I'll be 10-8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Hi. What's going on?
This house is in the middle of remodeling right now.
Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. You, Arthur?
Yes, I am.
Got it.
What's going on? Well, we're dealing with an ex-con convicted felon who's...
You can go in. It's just been remodeled.
Sorry.
I got you.
Well, my mom is in love with this man, who's a convicted sex offender, who's shot at police, who's gloats about how he's killed people in the past and chopping off their fingers, and he scares the shit out of us. And we have to live with him.
He's not here currently?
No, but we were... No. He lives on
2719 North Lynn Street, Peoria.
Yeah, I think I have a letter about that. So, like, this was a house he bought. My mom I've had trauma. I've had a lot of trauma. He has had a lot of trauma too. You know, and even I've been raped before, and a lot of things, you know, it's just bad life. Anyway, I'm trying to be a good person. I'm trying to help my mom. She's had, under his care, she's had two strokes and a lot of seizures. And my family believes that there's a lot of neglect and a lot of, what do you call it? Neglect. I believe my mom is a victim of elderly abuse in a way that doesn't have a good memory now that she's had 2 strokes. 2.
Mm-hmm.
2!
Yeah, well, she's with this guy.
Yeah, and my sister believes, my aunt believes, my other aunts, my entire family on my mom's side are trying to get through to my mom to tell her this man is no good. And I come back here to live with my mom because I'm the only one in my family who Mike somewhat, not really trusts, but like my mom loves. My mom loves me so much, and I love my mom. And I'm here trying to protect her, make sure she's okay. And she's not even home. And this guy me and him came from California to be here. And my mom's in rehab, and we have to live with this douchebag who's apparently touched my fiance. You know, he said something about...
He did more than that. He tried to say, if you want AJ off the hook, you have to do this freaking favor for me. You know what I'm talking about by a favor?
Okay.
I don't want to say it because I'm going to have a panic attack.
I got you.
I don't even want to say it, sir.
Yeah, just breathe. Just breathe.
So is there anywhere else you guys can go?
No, he told us to leave, and this guy's a monster. I want charges brought up upon him immediately.
Just to prove that I live here.
He needs to be arrested. He's a very bad man.
1803.
He's a very, very bad man.
So what's happened today that was the reason for the call?
This is Devin.
Was it your situation, or was it he do something
today? There's a lot of
today?
evil things that he's done, and we were trying to kiss his ass, because, you know, we live with him, and he's a convicted felon and a sex offender. And, you know, we decided we couldn't do it anymore. I was tired of being his servant. he
Right.
had me live there. He knew my situation. He didn't want to pick up one finger. So I'm sitting in there cleaning his kitchen, and he starts talking to me, caresses my fucking shoulder, and tells me this dirty shit
Watch your language.
to get
There's police here.
to get him off the hook because he got a little petty. It was a petty weed charge.
Okay, right.
And then it's okay. You already went to court for
The
it.
weird
Yeah,
thing about
yeah.
that.
I'm not worried about that.
And he tried to say, if you want me to pay his fine so he stays out of jail, he did that.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And I'm trying to keep my
Yeah. Yep.
my cool.
And I just found out about this
Just breathe.
last night. I found out what he did for Mike last night. And
Okay.
it was cold, wet. We're walking out. We weren't sure which direction to go into. He took my phone. He pays for my phone. He got me the phone. My mom told him to do it for me because I needed it.
He also stole his phone and he stole a 30-day supply of my medication.
He's like,
and
it's my phone. I'm like, where's my phone? He's like, I
Prescription
have it. It's
medication?
my phone.
Prescription?
yes,
medication?
prescription for my doctor, and I need surgery on both of my feet. I know I'm young, but my parents didn't give me new shoes growing up.
Okay.
It
right.
crushed my feet. So I take prescription painkillers from my doctor. It's buprenorphine. And
So it's painkiller?
yes, yes, sir. And I know he did. He took it because how come all of a sudden, after the fiasco yesterday, his phone's gone, and my medicine's just gone out of the blue. And I went back to look for it, and he's like, I didn't really ask him. He says to me, "Oh, I would never steal your medication, Devin. I would never do that."
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right.
And I said the last time I had it was in this living room.
And weren't you telling me a couple times here and there? I'm sorry, I didn't really make heads or tails of it. I was like, you said some of your medications are going missing, and it just didn't occur to me until like.
Yeah. I mean, I do take psych meds. I take for mental and physical health. Mental is horrible. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good.
I want to.
So when exactly did this happen? That he crushed your shoulder?
You did more than that, didn't you?
The vapor stuff.
This
What did happen?
is probably like a few days ago. Honestly, I don't. It was really shocking to me. I don't remember the conversation when it came up. A lot of it, I just knew that he said that to me.
Well, I do remember what you told me. Do you want me to tell him, or do you want to hear it from him?
I'm really having a hard time explaining because I've never had this happen to me in my
Of
whole
course.
life,
Of course.
and I need his help.
Right.
Just talking about it makes me have a panic attack.
Well, we got to know what happened if that's what you want to do. So if you need to tell us, that's fine.
He said it was in the kitchen.
I was trying to clean the kitchen,
This
do
was
the
like
dishes. He expects
3
me to do
weeks
it all the time.
After you got here, like August
I got here on August
20th?
19th.
or something like that.
August 19th, actually, to be exact.
Maybe the beginning of September-ish, you think?
No, this happened more recent, honey.
No, I don't. Well, it happened a couple times. You said he tried to, because it happened once. You said it happened in the beginning.
Babe, that was the neighbor. that
Not
did
the
that to me.
neighbor. I'm trying to tell you, like, because remember I had the court thing, and then I have to pay that fine, and then I obviously have no job, and he came up
Yeah,
to you and
I
said,
know. But,
if I'm gonna pay AJ's fine for him,
yeah, I know, but he didn't do that for a while after. And what I tried to explain to you is
did
what
he
the
keep
neighbor was
doing
doing.
this to you?
No, it was one time.
One time too many, okay?
Alright, so you were in the house. He gave you that proposition of getting Arthur
Because
off
he
the
has
hook.
a $400 fine leaning over his
Right.
head for possession of very petty.
Right, you say marijuana or something. Right,
And
so
then so he decides no. And then what happens if you don't pay the fine? If the police find out, he goes to jail.
right.
So he sits here and has the means to do that shit because he told me he wasn't going to pay his fine. So I did him the favor.
Okay. Okay.
Why did you tell me you?
Just take a second.
I've been
Understandably
sexually
difficult.
assaulted in the past, and I've never reported it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I've actually been raped, but more so.
and
know
I
what it
take
feels
psych
like.
meds, I take medication, and I'd usually be crying if I didn't have my medicine,
This is very
if I didn't
triggering.
have it. But this is the thing. One medicine was in a box from the pharmacy, and it said Zubsolv on it.
Right.
One medicine was in a prescription bottle. That one was taken, the majority of it in the box. So in a couple of days, I'm going to be in the mental hospital
Right, when you
for
run
a whole
out.
month because I have to wait for a whole month for my doctor to be allowed to refill it.
Right.
And I'm going to be in a wheelchair on top of that. That's wrong. That's all wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so last night, on top of, I don't mean to cut you off, I'm sorry, but to get to what happened last night, is that we were hanging out in the truck.
I'm sorry if the cigarette bothers you.
No,
It's
we're
alright, we
fine.
were
I
hanging
actually
out,
think they smell like shit.
Do what you gotta do.
so we were hanging out in the
You don't
Suburban like
smoke
we do,
these.
and we always tell Mike, and it's not even his truck. It belongs to my mom,
Oh.
and she gave me that
He
truck.
stole a vehicle that was given to him by his own mother, and there's no control because she's in a nursing home.
Yeah, and it doesn't belong to him. It doesn't belong to her, to Mike's son, because Mike and his son, Josh, took the truck. They told us to leave the truck. Mike went on a
And
power trip. He
Josh
said we
might
could
have
be
taken
there.
it, and I don't think they would have taken it. I think they would have discarded it on
Right.
purpose just to be mean to me.
Now, we know where the truck is at. They said where they took it, but that's unlawful, and they had no right. And that truck belongs to me.
Well, I thought you said it was your mom's.
Yeah, it's my mom's,
Yeah,
but
and
she
I
gave
want
it to
all
me.
these lists of charges put through
It had
because he did all this
the
shit.
tags are from 2018. Obviously, I'm not in a position to really pay those.
And a
you know,
sex
fines
offender
and
and a
things.
felon doesn't have a right to be doing any of this bullshit.
May I finish, please?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Please, just for a second. I know it's a hard day.
Yeah.
But
I'm jumbled up.
yeah. So that truck belongs to me and my mom, and it's from California. It has California plates. I don't remember the license plate, but I know where it's at.
He's trying to find it on
It's a
his
GMC. It's a GMC Suburban. It's white.
1980s Suburban,
1980
and it
something.
still runs.
So where does his son live? You said he lives here,
Oh,
right?
Josh lives in Averyville, I believe, that part of
Where's
Peoria.
your phone?
Okay,
I can
yeah.
show you on Google.
I know where Averyville's at.
Yeah.
You know exactly where it's at.
And then he
Yeah.
actually,
The street. You know the street
what
son?
The street, the house.
what street is that?
I need your phone to see that.
Okay.
'Cause I have to look like
He
my
doesn't
eyes.
have his phone because last night it got taken
Right,
from
right.
him.
He took the phone. Right.
So he
Is
has
that
to
even legal? Even though
constantly
he's
use
paying for
mine.
it,
Well, if he's
and it's mine.
paying for it, he bought the phone, right? That's
Did he buy the
Correct.
phone?
It was a free phone.
It was a free phone, but
Yeah.
he's paying for it. For
Yeah.
He's
services
just
and
paying for the
stuff.
service,
Yeah.
but he didn't pay
But
for
is he
the
allowed
phone.
to take my phone away from me?
Like,
So-
just grab it and for no reason just take it and not give it back, that kind of thing.
I mean, it's hard because if he gifted it to you, which
Wasn't
it
really
sounds
gifted,
like.
because he already had the
I need
phone.
the phone is like your livelihood, right? You can't really do much without your phone.
Nobody
I'm-
really has home phones nowadays.
I'm from
Yeah,
California.
not anymore,
you know?
Right.
I don't know what to do.
So why is he doing all this all of a sudden? You say you've been here since August, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
I
Well,
think he hates me.
So why is he doing this now?
He
Why is he doing
hates
all
my
this
whole
now?
family. He flips out. He gets
why
angry.
would a felon and a sex offender not do this?
I'm just saying, like, why now though?
May I-
You know?
I don't know the mentality of someone who's been to prison for 35 or longer years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that mentality.
And the whole time
What
you've
kind of
been
school
here,
do you go to learn how to
been-
be a
Yeah.
convict?
treating us like shit ever since pretty much a couple weeks after I moved here. He's just totally rude to us. You know what he said? I don't give a fuck about your house because we accidentally took the remote. You know what he told us? No fridge and no stove for you. You just get a toilet. Good luck at trying to cook just because we accidentally took the
took
remote.
over about.
You know, that's evil.
Right.
That's really mean.
I feel like we're suffering from immense abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's been
And he
ongoing,
needs to be put away. And
ongoing.
you know what? Tell him about the parole officer. He thinks his parole officer he's in
Oh, yeah.
cahoots with his parole officer.
He's on parole.
Yeah,
he's on
and he
parole.
thinks he's in cahoots, and he says that his parole officer will protect him and everything.
He's like, my parole officer knows I'm smoking weed, but you know he doesn't care. Alex likes me, or Alex.
Yeah, but if he had a different parole officer, he'd be busted.
So Alec is his parole officer.
Okay.
He's a federal parole.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him a couple times. I've really talked to him. We try to follow the rules, and we do. Whatever Alex says, we abide. And we're just trying to survive and stay afloat. And even though the bad people around us are doing bad things, what are we gonna do? It's the only place we could go to.
So we got to go back to the
car.
I know you don't want to. No.
I want that motherfucker arrested for what he did to me.
Listen for a second. We got to go back to the favor, okay? Did he threaten any force or that he's gonna hurt you or anything
No.
like that if you didn't do it?
He caressed me. He just came in here talking to me nicely, and he says, "You don't want your fiance to go to jail, do you?
Right.
That's
You
me.
don't want that." And of course, I don't want him to go to jail over a $400 fine for petty possession of marijuana.
There was weed found in my car,
Right.
in a jar that I didn't put there.
Mhm.
I smoke weed, yeah, but I didn't put it there. A little bit, yeah, it was my weed, but it was taken out of the house and put under my car, under my seat, without my knowledge. And here I am thinking I'm a pothead going around, like I'm from California, so I don't know the rules. I just got to this state, and I saw that.
It was
weed,
even
and I'm
legal
like,
in
I didn't even know
California
that
when it was
in
medical
there.
marijuana. Cops
I
didn't
didn't
care.
even know that you
When
had
it
to
was
keep it in
medical
a jar.
marijuana,
Right.
Bye.
we just showed him the medical marijuana. Cop said, "Okay, bye." I had one.
I don't know
Right.
you, but until I came to this state, I had a clean record. I'm
I have a
39.
clean record too. You can look me up.
So it's almost as if I was set up in a way, but whatever, I'm not going to fight it. It's just, I don't know what to do, and there's not much resources I have.
So there's
What was your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Devin.
You're Devin. Okay.
Yeah, and I'd like this to be anonymous because this is the kind of man, if he finds something out, he will come murder us before he gets arrested.
Okay.
He's that dangerous.
Well,
He's that dangerous, and he knows we're here.
the problem is we're gonna have to talk with him about this.
Also,
He's gonna lie.
he
He's
also,
Right.
gonna lie about it
But
all.
he's gonna wonder why,
He's smoking
or like
weed.
how we know this.
He
You see what I'm
smokes weed.
saying?
Yeah,
And we're not gonna tell him that it was you, but I mean, he's probably smart enough to assume that, correct?
oh, yeah, but still, you know what? I don't care at this moment, I'm tired of being indentured servitude.
Mhm.
I'm tired of being harassed by him when I've been nice to him the whole time that I moved here since August 19th.
Yeah.
Why do I deserve to be treated that way?
Devin, one more time. We gotta know what the favor was.
Did you suck his dick? You gotta tell them what you told me. You gotta tell me what you told me. You gotta tell them in your words what you
You
told
don't have to go into detail about it,
I
but we gotta know what happened.
did do what he said.
Okay.
I just don't want to talk about it because it's going to send me into
But
a
you-
panic
That's
attack.
fine. You don't have to talk about it.
Do
You
you
don't have to go
want
into detail. It's fine.
Tell me some, but I can step away if you want to tell them.
No.
Because I kind of don't want to know.
Let's just what's
Okay, I'll just,
you guys want to give your names to this
Yeah.
officer here?
I can listen. I can listen.
So you were, your name's Devin.
Yeah, and it's
D-E-V-I-N.
D-E-V-I-N.
Last name?
Mullen Hopped. M-U-H.
M-U-H.
L-E-N.
L-E-N.
H-A.
H-A.
U-P-T. And he said he believes his parole officer is going to defend him on everything.
Okay. What's your middle initial?
He also smokes weed.
It's Wayne, it's W. And he's not supposed to be,
Before I
apparently, while
forget,
you're on
he
parole.
smokes
You're
weed.
not
Yeah,
supposed
yeah.
to.
That's usually a condition.
And
Drug test him now.
And when he goes in for a lie detector test, guess what? He'll let him pass. Even though he'll say, yeah, I've been smoking weed, he'll let him pass.
Right. I don't
Any
know.
other parole officer would have handcuffed him.
Say his name's Alec, the parole officer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Alex or Alec?
Alec, I think it's A-L-C?
I thought it was
Alec?
E-C.
E-C?
That would be Alec. But Alex would be A-L-E-X.
Alright.
We should
And
be
then,
able to find it if we.
Devin, what was your date of birth?
January 28th, 1994.
January 28th of 94.
Yeah.
What's a good phone number for you? Do you have a phone?
831
831
We're supposed to go to
mom and
709.
She's in rehab.
709.
Yeah.
Where's my phone at, honey? Let me know. I don't remember the.
What's Mike's last name?
I got a new phone number
Ontiveros?
recently. I'm
And
sorry.
Is it Mike or is it Michael?
I think it's
Let me just see this.
what is it like Mitchell or something? Mitch.
Oh, it's his actual name, Mitch or Mitchell?
831-709-6757.
He goes by Mike on
6757.
He is a convicted sex offender.
Okay. And you live here at this
With the
address full
address,
time?
you can look him up
Unfortunately
with
now.
computer magic.
Right.
Right. The computer magic.
And
Do you know how
so,
to spell Ontiveros?
I don't. I'm
I
dyslexic.
believe-
I don't
That's
remember
okay.
things like that.
That's
So.
We'll see
Well,
if we find it.
It's a Hispanic last name, and I have a big Hispanic part of the family. I know I'm white, but I have a big Hispanic side too. I'm mixed, so I'm assuming if it's Ontiveros, it would be Ontiveros. If it was Ontiveros, I don't know if it's Ontaveros or Onteveros, but I'm thinking it's Ontiveros.
right.
Because if you know how to pronounce it, if you know the Spanish alphabet and you know how to pronounce it, you
Right.
should be able to figure out how to
Right,
spell it.
right.
I believe this man's a con man.
Hey, you said
I don't know whether
Mitchell?
he is or not.
Huh?
It's
You said Mitchell?
speculation
It could be Mitchell
my
instead of
part.
Mike.
Yeah,
His license.
from what we know,
Certainly
it's
from what
Mike.
I've learned.
Okay, see, white guy,
being
Hispanic
here
guy.
and helping my
Right.
mom and trying and living in this situation.
You're
I can tell
roughly
you
like how old he is? Sure.
Abuse is real.
He knows more about him than me.
You do what?
Mike, roughly his age,
How old would you say he is?
Probably in his 60s.
early 60s.
Yeah, he's got gray hair,
I
seeing
never told him
glasses,
that.
and walks around in shorts. He has 2 tattoos on the back of his legs of like, I don't know, it looks like crosses or something, but like characters. I don't know. He's got tattoos all
And
over.
he threatens us with his parole officer.
Yeah,
How
stuff
often
like
is he
that.
here?
not often.
Not
but
often.
He does come by, and he just.
Oh, he's a mentiroso. You know what? He says that he comes here all the time and tries to remodel this house, and he tried to say we already had a toilet and everything. We had running water. He lied.
Yeah.
So
Pinche
does-
mentiroso.
So does he live in
That means
Averyville?
fucking liar, by the way.
No,
I gotcha.
Mike lives at on Lynn Street, North Lynn Street.
Oh, you said 2700 block of Lynn, right?
2719 Enlin.
Yeah.
2719
I need to see the other one where the truck is.
North Lynn.
Because he took my truck.
That's in Averyville, which I don't understand why it's called Averyville when it's part of Peoria. but-
Yes.
I'm from Watsonville, and there's a part of California, and there's a part of the town that's called Freedom, California, and I never understood that.
Yeah, it's. I don't know why they do that.
I'm
Then-
blind. Where's the?
To me, Averyville looks like the same part of Peoria.
It's still Peoria, yeah.
But
It is.
doesn't if you get mail there, it says Averyville, not Peoria,
I think
right?
it will say Averyville, but it's like a subsection of Peoria.
Yeah,
essentially.
because when people live
Yeah.
in the part of Watsonville where I'm
Yeah.
from, they'll get Freedom, California. They won't get Watsonville. So it's weird.
Yeah,
They're
it's
completely
weird.
connected.
It's still like the same county, but I don't know. It's weird. Yeah.
Well, the place where I grew up is in Aromas, California. It is Tri-County. So you step on one side of the street, you're in this county.
Yeah.
You step on that side of the street, you're in a different county. You go to one section of Aromas, you're in a third different county.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Is that how you spell?
I'm trying to talk about
His name,
positive
right?
things to get my mind.
It's Arthur
Yeah.
Martinez.
Yeah.
Alright, what was your middle initial?
J.
J. Your date of birth?
May 31st, 1985.
May 31st of 85.
Yeah.
Got it.
I honestly really miss California. When I think about it, it actually makes me happy.
Do you remember what his
Yeah.
phone number is for the
But-
phone
I
when
would
it's
too.
taken?
But the thing is, though, like an average home there is $1 million.
Yeah.
A 2 to 3 bedroom home is $1 million or more.
It's crazy.
A lot of people, there's a California exodus going on right now.
Yep.
Because this is the thing, the governor, he basically, with the middle class, he highly taxed them, and he lightly taxed the rich.
Oh,
To
yeah.
me, that's a tactic to get the rich people to take over California. And so a study showed that between the years of 2022 and 2024, 35% of California's housed population lost their homes.
Wow.
So that we had a 5% homeless rate in California, right? Went up to 40. So if you have a home, you're part of that 60% in California that actually has a home.
You're right.
Yep.
Right.
And
You're
then,
part of a 60%, and that's
do you have his number for the phone that was
yeah.
taken?
669
669
263.
263
3427.
34.
And I'm thinking if he took it, it was on silent because the fiasco last night, I was going to go all over the house before we left to try to call it. Couldn't hear nothing.
Okay.
Couldn't hear nothing. No vibration, no sound.
So you guys both live here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Right, and then
Do you
you're.
guys know how to get an order of protection on somebody?
No.
Because that you can do that.
Order protection.
So order of protection is something to protect somebody from basically somebody else.
You know, at this moment, I don't want that. I want him to go to jail.
Right.
He has screwed us over
and
and
he
done
can
it so
still-
wrong and so horrible.
And he still can go to jail, but the order of protection will protect the protected
So this is
person.
where
So
the-
it'll make it
this is
look
where my
worse in
Suburban
court,
is at.
basically.
No, also
My mom
it'll
gave
make it
this
to where
to
he
me,
can't be
but I have
within
not put
however
this
many
under my
feet of
name
you
Because
guys.
I'm willing to go to court
Right.
and
It's not under
testify.
any of their
That's how
names.
serious
I'm
I am.
reporting it
I'm
stolen.
willing to go there and testify.
But-
I'm done with the abuse.
But you can also go down in the courthouse and you can say, I want to get an
Want
order
my
of protection
truck
on
back.
this person, and they won't be
I
able
need
to
that
contact
truck.
you, they won't be able to
Well-
come in within 300 feet of you.
Really?
You
So
can
that
make-
means they won't be allowed here?
You can make this a protected address and they can't even
Got the
come.
address?
Can it be a
618
protected?
specific.
Oh, okay.
It's,
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go keep talking. I'm looking up pictures.
No, you're good. We're gonna go try and talk with Mike
Yeah, and hear all his
and
lies.
see
Yeah.
see if we can find him. All right? You guys
He's
have
at work
anything
right
else?
now. currently.
I want my GMC
Oh, he's at work?
back.
He's
and
at
he
work
took it.
currently,
Okay.
and he gets off
it's
at
on my
3:30.
mom's. My mom's name is Irma Martinez.
Is it registered under her name?
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Do you have any idea what the plate is?
2018 was the tags. I'm trying. I do have pictures,
Unfortunately,
but
because it was. He told me he drove it over here a while back.
yeah, I didn't think about taking a picture
wasn't
of it.
recently.
But it's on that property. It's white. It has a dent in the back of the bumper. Looks like somebody rammed into it and like kind of like backed out and bent the bumper like severely.
Okay.
And I
So-
know about the tags,
Yeah.
so we keep it parked.
Right.
We don't drive it
Yeah,
around
they only
town.
drive down the road.
No, and we know better.
Mhm.
So we leave it parked until it gets registered.
Okay.
Does Mike ever drive it
Well,
other than like?
I don't know.
he drove it to Josh's house to Averyville
One of
from
you drove it, yeah.
North Lynn Street
So
to
Josh
Averyville.
and Mike stole my truck last night, and they kicked me out of my truck. We left voluntarily because he was being a dick and he was scary. He came at us and was like, you're going to jail, AJ! Ha ha!
Yeah,
ha,
over his petty
ha,
marijuana
Like,
fine.
holy crap!
$400
Yeah.
fine.
So, that's my mom's fiance. I'm blown away.
Right.
I'm dumbfounded.
Right.
Ha, AJ, you're going to jail.
Also,
I'm cutting
elderly
out your
abuse.
phone.
Elderly abuse because he already had a case
You're-
against him and
I
he
got
fought
your
it.
mom wrapped
But
around my
he lied
finger.
to get out of that. Make sure to note that he lied to get out of that elderly abuse
Yeah.
charge.
There was an elderly abuse charge going on in, I think, last year or the year before, November to December to January, I think probably in 2022. My sister, my aunts, all my family were trying to help my mom get her out of this situation, away from Mike.
Hmm.
Do you have a number? Do we have a number for Mike at all?
Oh yeah.
Like a phone
Of
number?
course, of course, of course.
He's got your phone.
Oh,
Oh, sorry.
sorry, I'm kind of freaked out right now.
It's been a rough couple days.
You said that's Irma Martinez.
Yeah.
URMA.
Yeah.
You heard her date of birth?
IRMA, yeah, IRMA Martinez. I should probably give you her number too again.
Yeah.
Okay. So after that, give her
That's
number.
Mike's
Mike.
number.
The reason why I put that because he was supposed to be my father-in-law because he's
Alright,
my
engaged.
fiance's stepdad.
So I'm trying to help
Got
my
it.
mom.
So I got Mike's.
And he doesn't get off work till 3:30. He doesn't get home. Sometimes he comes home right away. Sometimes he doesn't. So he might not be home till 4, 5, 6,
I do
4
know
to
a little
7
bit- I do
p.m.
know something
You have
else
Irma's
about him.
number in there?
Oh yes,
Care to
yes, I
hear.
have Irma's number.
Yeah.
Since it's too late. in the street
And
to burn,
Irma's
so
constantly
I
always in a
can't
nursing
protect him
home.
anymore.
She doesn't
Right,
get to
right,
see what's
right,
going
so-
on.
He does smoke weed, not only that, but he has a person that he has sell it for him.
And his name is Tommy. He lives on Corrington Avenue.
Yes, 612.
And he's selling a registered felon and a sex offender marijuana, and he shouldn't be doing it.
Sheridan, it's like right near Sheridan. So it's well.
We buy legal,
Right.
Yeah.
so sorry, Irma.
I hate doing it.
Wait, I have it in my recent logs. I'm sorry. I was trying to find her number.
Ages, 309 989
And you know what he did? So her number's supposed to be on the house at 2719 Lynn. What he did to be controlling is he took all her names off the deed, so that when she gets out, she has no say
place
in
to go.
anything,
Right.
and that's evil.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we'll try to take it one step at a time. We'll try to get in contact with
1111
Mike.
right now. Make a wish.
Oh.
You've heard of that, right?
Yeah, I hope we find Mike. That'll be my
Thank
wish.
you so much.
Yeah,
Because I'm trying to stay positive.
of course. Yeah, we'll check with what we can find in the car and then we'll
He's trying to get
go
rid
back
of
to it.
But yeah, that house on Corrington, County. It's Mike. Mike owns that property.
612 Corrington, right?
West Corrington.
Yeah, and I used to live there. So now that you know this, I just don't want to get in trouble, for that. I didn't do
You're not gonna get
anything.
in trouble, no.
Yeah, but
Well, let us go see what we can find on Mike, alright, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why I suggest going and getting that order function.
It keeps me from.
how do I get the order right
Go to
now?
the courthouse. Go to the courthouse, or we can get you a paper and
They
it's
don't
got a
have.
number.
They don't have a vehicle. To be able to give us a ride.
You have a. We can't get both of you with that. We could do one person, but I can't take both of you.
Okay, so.
But we can give you a number as well, and you can call.
Do you have a phone?
You can do that. Right? So we'll get you a discovery.
Yep.
Put that sex offender felon away for good. I don't want him to see the light of day for what he did to me.
Alright, so here's this offense. So this is that sheet I'm talking about. Okay, so this is that number you can call right here.
And he stole my medications. I want all my stolen shit back.
Well, just call them. You can explain.
sorry.
Here,
I want to get an incident report number.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm going to need that.
Let me write that down.
Definitely going to need that. My aunt, I'm very.
Call one yet?
I haven't, no.
Thank you so much.
And you know what? If I have to hire a lawyer, my dad makes 5 times more money than he does. He lives in California, but he's a construction
I have 11 on too.
superintendent. And he can afford to hire a lawyer. More than Mike could.
Can I get a
If
case
I
number
have
for
to
the
ask
screen?
my dad to hire one and take him down, I will. Because I don't feel like I deserve this treatment. I was so nice to him.
We're pushovers. We try to be good people, yes, men. And we've
Correct.
been clearly been taken advantage of. And my mom. And he took all her money, and now I don't have any inheritance money, and he said it's my mom's on.
11 and 25006, 25006.
25006. 10-4.
Alright, there's that. Okay.
I'm so glad.
So that's that's the number. You can give them that. Okay. Alright, you guys
I'm
alright?
going to give you an honorary hug, okay?
Yeah, no, that's good.
There we go.
Alright, guys.
Bye, guys. I used to be a security officer.
There you go. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Come on.